Welcome to Fading Suns. We are back on Friday night with the crew of the Oh Boii, and so we're going to do our recap. Welcome. We are glad to have you here. We are missing Jexa tonight. Jexa, you were missed. And our recap from last session, when we left off, the crew of the Oh Boii, at least all of them save Captain Calypso, went off to Hadrian's Wall to figure out what they could find. There was enough going on with the Van Dorn family and the art, some of these things that were being hinted at, that finally Gemma, Alestra, and Jexa went to Hadrian's Wall after coming to terms with Colsus. And there at Hadrian's Wall, you discovered that there is another shrine to Beatrice. And much like the shrine that was on Limbus, they were able to descend beneath the catacombs, and they found an older set of tunnels that had nothing to do with the temple to Beatrice. Like, it was built on top of it, and ended up in the Engineers Guild facility, where it looks as if the Engineers Guild was harnessing what looked like a miniature star for some reason. And the group decided to, rather than investigate further, retreat back to the home of Gregor, the Van Dorn estate. And on their way back, they discovered that the Inquisition had blockaded the planet and was heading now down into the surface of the planet, looking for the Oh Boii. The group made a daring decision that we will get to in a second. But first, we will go back a couple of hours to the terraced villa of the Van Dorn family, where Captain Sarah Calypso Mars. Her name's Sarah. That's right.
I'm Kathy. I remember that one.
Is having brunch.
Oh, good.
With her possible soon-to-be mother-in-law.
Okay.
Lucia.
Okay.
So, as you were having brunch with Lucia, there came a call from Gemma and Jexa and Alestra, needing Lucia's permission to take a ship over to Hadrian's Wall, because it looked as if Gregor was trying to steal one. Gregor really wanted to steal a ship, and Lucia
said, why do you need to steal it when you can just buy it?
You could just take one of the estate. And they informed you that Gregor was determined to steal a ship from his stepmother. And yes, so as all of those sort of head out, you see Lucia speaking into her comm. You kind of catch and overhear that it looks like Gregor and some of his guests are headed out to Hadrian's Wall. She eventually comes back to the table. I'm so sorry about that, dear. Now, you were telling me that you're a purveyor of fashionable goods.
Yes. Clothing.
What's that like?
Well, I'm always up to date on the most current fashion trends, obviously.
Of course.
I sample many wares from many different planets, cultures, species. It's quite nice. Exhilarating.
Now, I'm just not clear on exactly one piece. How is it that you are traveling with a group of people who investigated a suppressed saint?
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, your she says she goes by Kathy, but the name does not rest very well She has the symbol, a tattoo of, or an engraving on her armor of the Lady Beatrice.
Yes.
Saint, the Lady of Light.
Yes.
And it's too bright in here, dear.
I thought there was a bug.
So I just find it very interesting that you, the fashionista that you are, will be traveling around with a group that's investigating a suppressed saint.
Well,
That doesn't seem very safe.
well, we all have our hobbies.
Is your saints as well?
I just love saints. Beatrice, very specifically.
Really?
Yes.
How did you come to find out about Beatrice?
Well, Kathy, mostly, actually.
Is that her real name?
That's what she identifies as, and we need to respect that. Is this a crumpet? Is this what this is?
No, it's a scone.
Oh, a scone! It's just...
So, does Gregor know about this? Greggy was never much for church or chapel.
Well, we can't all be perfect now, can we? Yeah. He's cool with it.
Is he involved?
No.
You involved him in it? It's quite dangerous.
He involves himself in enough things that are dangerous. I feel like this, to be honest.
And what is he involved in?
He's an engineer. They make things explode all the time. They get ideas, and they're just like, oh, this wire and this wire, and then maybe it can go wrong, or maybe he's just brilliant, and everything he does just magically goes the way he needs it to go, and I don't understand how it happens, but it just does. And every time we need him, it's just like, oh, yeah, I got it, and he just does it. What?
So you're saying Gregor makes things explode?
I'm saying Gregor makes things precisely the way they need to.
Interesting. Well, it's good to hear that Greggy has found such a good home. Although I would ask you to try and keep the danger to a minimum. I am quite fond of him.
Have you ever told him that?
Many times. He... You know, you ever interacted with a small child who has something sticky on their face? You try and clean it off and they feel like you are physically assaulting them? That is how Greggy responds every time I tell him that I am fond of him. I would love to know what your secret is, how you tell him how you feel, and not have him...
Violence. Knives. Threats.
Okay,
Sure, just threaten his life. It's fine. You know... I think it's just my patience. And the fact that I don't cry. I don't make him say, I love you. He just exists, and I exist, and it's fine.
Interesting. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to go check a couple of things, make sure they got out okay, see where closest is, but I will be right back. Please continue wander the estate whatever you prefer. I'll be right back here. And she gets up. She just kind of heads out.
She's so...
Yes, she is. One of the servants kind of looks up at you.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
the question is, what are you planning to do here?
Sleep.
In sort of a not telling her who you are or what you have done or anything like that, yes?
Where's your accent from?
Oh, here. We have not had the pleasure to meet your friend Alestra said that she would arrange one, but I am finding that she's not trustworthy at all.
No, I agree. I agree.
He just kind of pulls a chair out and he...
Starting to cry. I'm so mad. My dress is coming up. Just give me a second.
Captain Sarah, is that it? Yes?
I think you're a little bit smarter than what you're...
Well, yes, but then if the lady gets back and she's talking, it would be...
Yes. Captain Sarah.
I am Francesco. You may have heard.
I'm not sure it has. I don't think Calypso's ever heard it, because they don't really talk. We don't talk anymore.
Yeah, but we met him.
We did?
Well, Jackson and him. We might have told you.
Oh.
But maybe not.
Maybe.
You play it how you remember it.
I actually don't think so.
I swear, for a purveyor of information, she's very tight-lipped about the things she should not do, and very loose with the things that she should keep close to her person. She would never have made it through Hawkwood intelligence training, I tell you that.
So...
I am Francesco Caravello, much as you are Captain Sarah. And I am the Duchess's eyes and ears here on Lemminkainen.
The Duchess of Lemminkainen.
Yes.
Okay.
She is aware of you, not as much as I am.
Thank you. That's very kind.
You've inadvertently worked for Hawkwood on a number of occasions. We have had nothing but glowing reviews from our agents in the field.
Well, I'm literally just trying to find a planet that doesn't have a riot, a plague, or something going wrong.
If you believe the priests, we are living in the end times, and every
any of
planet's
that.
sea a materialist afterlife. So, call it a favor.
Okay.
But there are some people who are looking for it.
And do you know who these people are?
Oh, I do. You see, when you throw an Inquisitor off of your ship in such a spectacular fashion, or, shall I say, flush an Inquisitor off of your ship, the Inquisition tends to take notice. Well,
Where's the Inquisition?
they are currently on their way
Like right now?
to the planet.
Good. Okay.
They've been unable to contact your friends. They are in absentia. I believe they went to Hadrian's Wall in place all sorts of havoc in communication systems. But what I wish to know is, do you truly have your eyes set on the Van Dorn estate?
No. Wait, what?
What hears this?
I'm not plundering, stealing, thieving, or any kind of thing.
No, you misunderstand. I mean,
Oh,
have set eyes on, shall we say, the Van Dorn family jewels.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if you just used my hamper indefinitely.
Your hamper?
We have a 16-year-old on our ship.
Oh, I have two.
Yeah, you're a father?
I am a guardian.
Okay.
Yes. They are vexing, I think is the word I would use.
Frustrating. Stubborn.
All of the above. However, I am not here to talk about families. I just wish to know if a certain smuggler is going to be staying on my planet for a long time, possibly as the head of one of the smaller noble houses on Lemon.
I feel like I'm being quite truthful when I say that the person who is actually in this family has absolutely zero interest in being part of this family, and that probably won't happen.
Yes.
Which means you have a whole other problem, because, family trees, and they just stop, and you're like, oh no, now we have all this estate and all this money, what do we do with it? And the government just kind of comes in and it's like, well, we'll take that, and then the people are still left hungry, but, it's fine.
Yes, no, that is exactly what will happen. If no one takes the Vandoran estate, it reverts back to my mistress's estate, and then she will grant it to some other noble and learned, of course.
And the people.
People are taken care of here on the estate.
The estate?
Yes, we export mega vegetables here. Most people have it. Save for the barbarians, but there's none.
Okay. People are people too, but okay.
It's true, but barbarians very. So, I have a debt that I need to pay. And I find myself sitting across from the person who unwittingly does not know that I owe them a debt. The gentleman that you left on the rock before heading to Milan Station, your former first mate, I believe? Hypothetically, of course. This is not a admission of guilt. Let me just say that the people that wanted him were very pleasantly surprised to find him in the position that you left. Also, I may possibly be a tiny bit responsible for some of the events that led up to you flushing the Inquisitor. So, I will make you. Your friends are investigating Haven's Wall, which is something I am all for. That is neither here nor there. However, the Inquisition is on their way, and they are probably going to be tracking your ship.
Okay.
How may the Hawkwood spy service be of service?
Oh. This is the favor.
This is the favor.
But
Do not tell Alestra. But part of this favor is directed at her as well.
Complicated.
Definitely tell Alestra.
Okay. Oh, shit. It's fine. It's underwater.
Not yet. That'll happen here in a little bit.
Okay, so I guess what I want to do is a good favor. I feel like I have to phone a friend here.
You can speak later about it as well. I believe the lady that Dorm is coming back. I will also say that if you find yourself in need of more firebirds than can fit in confessional.
I'm really proud of that. What?
We should talk. I have several off-world and on-world opportunities that I could use a resourceful and independent agent for. I would, however, caution you, per my agreement with my friend Alestra, certain veils have been pulled back. Other houses know that you are here as well.
Okay. What houses?
Specifically hers. You will find that most of the houses out people on the planet are not nearly as charming as I am. But I will take your leash now, my lady. And he kind of like smoothly stands up, takes your desk, and kind of
Humpbacks it.
yeah, like subserviently just kind of takes it away as Lucia comes back in. Did you finish your scone, dear?
I did.
Did you need another while we walk?
I couldn't possibly put another thing into my mouth. I saw that.
Like the internet saw that. Well, is there anything we should do today? Go into the city? Show you more of the estates? Show you that cove at the base of the cliffs? Sunset hits it. It's quite spectacular.
How about we'll go to the cove?
Yes.
But let me make some phone calls first.
Oh, of course. Would you like a private room?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yes, come. And she leads you back up. Because again, remember, the cliff face is terraced with all of these rooms and open air terraces. But she leads you into a small private room that has a more sophisticated looking comm panel than on the Oh Boii. This is Brighton with the guilds at work. You just call whoever you like.
Okay.
The Van Dorn will take care of it. One of us. She comes out.
I hate how much I love her.
As the GM, I kind of do too, because that means she's just going to keep going.
I have one of those too. Okay. So, so I guess I know that they've already been through all of this, and they don't entirely know how this all. Ideally, Calypso would like to call them to warn them.
You find that they are out of.
They're out of range.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Gregor out of range?
Gregor is out of range as well.
Okay. And my ship is still.
Your ship's still here.
But it's gonna go into the water.
Here in a second, yes.
It's fine. The ship can, they're airlocked for a reason.
Yes.
That's actually what we decided to do.
Yeah. I guess really the only thing that Calypso can do is just kind of freak out quietly by herself.
Okay, so that is your goal? I mean...
That is about all other than changing the course of history, that's all she can do.
You were successful.
Ridiculous.
You're welcome. All right.
No helium in this room.
That's right. So, as you sit there kind of contemplating how much you love Lucia Van Dorn.
The pickle I found myself in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get your comm suddenly comes back to life on the Oh Boii frequency. And you are informed that the Inquisition is on its way to the Van Dorn estate.
Right.
Gregor is overriding the controls on the Oh Boii and giving them to Jexa, who very calmly and skillfully pilot the Oh Boii like a giant bird of lead into the... No, she made her roll one.
Okay.
Into the water to hide. But they recommend you and Lucia get out of there. Now, you guys were on your way back to try and meet them in the city?
Yes. We were going to try and get them out, and then the battle order were going to be there to talk to the Inquisition as a stall, maybe, but also to kind of talk their way out of there.
There we go.
Because we decided it was a place of pilgrimage, so they had a reason to be there.
Yeah. Alright, so you got to get Lucia and get her out of the...
Okay, I got this.
Alright.
Lucia?
Yes, dear.
She's gonna come out of the room. So, I have just been informed there are a couple of sales in the city, and I would really, really like it if you and I could go, and I could buy you an outfit, and...
Oh, that kind of sales, not like the kind that you put on a large boat.
I think that we should have some quality bonding time. It's important.
She looks a little like she was running back to you. Yes, I think that's a delightful idea. Should we bring your friends?
I think they're all gone.
Oh no, the lovely, quiet one and the obnoxiously loud one are still here.
You know what? We should definitely bring them. They're interesting. Very entertaining, actually. They, don't.
Why don't you go get them and I will go get one of our cars to head down to the sea. We should hurry. Sometimes the sails, they go away.
You totally know what the hell's going on.
You want to give me
yes I do.
Give me an intuition plus empathy roll.
I remember we also come to you and told her to bring as many of the Beatrice manuscripts with her as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't let those go down.
Or found by the 2! Out of 7. Which was very scary.
Alright, so how many points are you spending?
Well, I have a total of 12 now.
Okay.
It's 4 is difficult?
4 is hard.
I'll do that.
Okay. It definitely feels like she knows. She is trying to get you out of the estate as much as you were trying to get her out of the estate.
Alright. What do you know?
What do you know?
Mistakes were made.
The Inquisition?
The Inquisition.
We need to get out of here now, dear. We will have though, and she kind of grabs your hand a little tighter than you've had it,
Expected.
than you expected. We will have a talk very soon.
Yeah.
Go get your friends. I must ensure that the small chapel is dealt with.
Dealt with. What? The scroll?
Have her just bring Beatrice, like what she has on Beatrice, because the concern is that the Inquisition finds that she's also screwed.
So, I think at this point, if you're going to deal with the chapel, then you probably know that everything about Beatrice probably needs to be removed.
No, we can't remove it, but it will be. Let's just say my grandmother came up with a very interesting way of hiding the chapel.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Let's go.
Alright, so as you kind of run up, when you exit the top of the cliff, you expect to see, right, there's the pad where the Oh Boii is. It's gone.
Uh-huh.
You see Katarina and her group, they have exchanged kind of the fatigues and kind of, civilian clothes for robes, which are definitely not designed for battle order.
Oh, good.
Like, they're showing a lot of calf, and, like, one of them, like, definitely splits the thick wool robe right up the back.
Hey. You work out.
But you also, as you look across the plain, like the broad plaza sort of area, where the cobbled like the paved stones that kind of walk through the garden and lead to the different buildings, where the plaza, where the small chapel of Beatrice was, there is now just a circular, empty, cobbled plaza.
Neat.
You see it kind of picks up her skirts and then takes off.
Going.
All right. You come to where Nigel and Alexa are at, and you hear like some soft talking coming from inside the room.
Hey!
Right, thank gods. And you hear some fumbling, and Nigel kind of comes to the door. He's a little red faced.
We gotta get him. Like now.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can't keep practicing prayers. We have to go now.
Nigel, put your hot dog away from the bun and let's just...
he's like fully dressed. They like Alestra was like, you can see there's a large prayer book out, and really,
we going now. The Inquisition is angry and they're coming, so we're going. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, let's go!
She kind of runs over and she grabs Virgil and stuffs him in a bag. You hear a again with the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Did Alestra kill that one?
Well, I may or may not have flushed him out of the sewage system and publicly on television.
If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Always chop the body into small bits.
Okay.
It's harder to identify.
Okay, there were riots. People wanted him. Look. I played the 5th, and he was alive as all as I knew.
The 5th what? Oh, it's time to go, yes?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. So they follow you out. And there is a rather long sort of carriage that's out there. You can see there are several cybernetic horses that are attached to the carriage, and there is just the torso of what looks to be a human coming out of the driver's seat of the carriage.
Okay. Hello.
And as you kind of walk up, the door sort of folds down. You can see there's stairs that sort of morph metal into the door morph metals into a set of stairs. Time to go shopping, dear.
Yep. All the shopping.
All the shopping. I don't want to go shopping. We have to worry about...
Shut the fuck up, Nigel.
Alright. As you head out of the estate, you can hear the powerful whine of large retro engines firing as several small troop transports kind of hover at the edge of the cliff and the large doors start to come down.
Alright.
Back on the ship. Alright, so what's the plan? Captain's out. She's gonna find mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
And Alexa and Nigel?
I don't know.
Wait, you called her your mom?
You can hear something pop.
Okay.
You're not sure whether it's a tooth or the jaw.
We need to go land somewhere in the city. Because we gotta pick up all the other people and then take them back to Adrian's wall. Right? That's the plan, right?
Miss Lucia.
Okay.
Alright, well, I have no idea. And he just kind of, you can see Sardon kind of rises up as you start coming down back out of the suborbital. And it is getting closer on towards night, and you can see that, like, Sardon is lit up. Lit. And you can see at least why Nigel would like to go. The holograms, the neon signs, all of them portray a certain type of business.
Ruffle shirts?
It's the ruffle shirt and hamper business. Yeah. I feel like I could push this metaphor much farther than anyone would be comfortable with. Maybe not anyone. What? Alright, so Nigel gets you towards, Gregor lands at one of the large and public dockside landings.
Does this ship have Pandora markings on it?
Yes.
Gregor?
Yeah.
Do we have any way of camouflaging the ship?
No.
The Inquisition is looking for Van Dorms. We've
Oh,
got
they were
Van
looking
Dorm.
for...
Right, they just landed
Oh,
at the
boy.
Van Dorm estate.
Right, so we're going to go steal some other shit.
Borrow?
Without permission.
Yeah, I borrow applies with any of that.
We just trade it.
I've learned one thing from the captain. If you steal it, don't give it back.
I like the trade idea.
Trade?
Yeah, this ship for another one.
You want me to go out and bargain?
Yeah.
Do you know how long this is going to take?
Just
No, I'll go do it. He stands up. I'll go bargain.
Probably faster than stealing.
I know you're really good at putting people back together. I appreciate it. You do the patching. You let me or the captain do this. Don't let Jackson start stealing.
Could you just get like some spray paint or something?
Cover up the Van Dorn signs.
Steal shit. He just
Do you really want to tell your mom you stole a ship?
I already stole this one.
She gave us permission. We asked her.
Well, you know what? Lucia can give. I'm gonna go steal a ship.
It's on ship stealing fence.
We said the word. We just considered. Can we calm?
You can calm each
Calypso.
other now.
So we sat down. Problem is, we have to probably ditch the ship we have.
I'm stealing us another one.
Right here.
Okay.
It's got the Van Dorn name on it, so probably can't be. We shouldn't be seen with it.
Okay. Did I hear Gregor say he's going to steal another one? That solved your problem.
Yeah, no, I totally. He's on the comm. I'm totally.
Alright. See, I don't see a problem with this. I think we're good.
You want something flashy?
No.
Fast.
No,
Because we
probably
already have
something practical.
We're already on the radar for, murdering the Inquisitor.
We did not murder anybody.
Right, and they don't know that.
Well,
Who did you murder?
Flushed
Dia?
a dead body off the ship.
You're in a small carriage.
not anyone, if you listened to me.
Slay them with your outfit.
Oh, fuck it. My bad. The Inquisitor. I'm just done. I'm done. My name is Calypso Mars. I am not Sarah. I am not an amazing, awesome merchant. I'm an amazing, awesome pirate. I still really like your son, though. Like, that's where that... I'm gonna just...
You
know
and then the
I'm
line
so-
goes dead. Gregor has left the chat.
Blushing.
And now I just want to dig myself into a hole and die. It's fine. It's fine.
You're a pirate?
Yes.
She's really good.
Really good.
Look, okay, let's cut to the chase. Things happen with the Inquisitor. We need to get out of here, and we need a ship that we can use. It's not marked with Van Dorn, so Gregor wants to steal one, and if he's sneaky about it, that's great.
No. Tell Gregor to go down to Serpent Street. Find Gregor, tell him to go down to Serpent Street.
Okay.
The red building.
Mm-hmm.
The code to get in is Colsis's birthday.
Okay. Gregor.
Gregor!
I'm just gonna... Gregor?
Yeah.
Gregor.
Yeah, no, he kind of sticks to he is bright red. Yeah.
Okay. So...
Did you all hear that?
Yes.
No.
Your mom says to go down
Good.
to Serpent Street
Why would I go down to Serpent
and the red
Street?
building.
Do you know what happens on Serpent Street?
Look,
No,
they're
we've
getting
never
us a
been here
ship.
before.
People get stabbed. It's not a great part of town.
Great. Focus. Serpent
Okay.
Street, red building. Password is Volcos's birthday.
That's the. Why would it?
I don't know. She just said go there, tell them that password, and we'll get a ship.
I need my bouquet of knives.
You probably. Would you like me to go with you?
I mean, probably.
I'll come too.
I don't really have a bouquet. I just kind of have a single stem rose.
That's fine.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry. I'm a little unfocused.
I know Calypso has
Right.
lovely eyes for you.
Right?
Great. Really
We
need
just
to not
move
be
on.
jumping hampers.
What?
Really need to not jump hampers now.
Well, I wasn't planning on jumping.
I know. I'm just like.
That's Nigel's thing.
Okay, great. We're walking and talking.
One shirt and two hampers.
Wait. Nigel is jumping hampers?
Different conversation, Calypso.
I have Nigel in this carriage. Nigel!
Oh, he's in trouble.
Well, so what you quick GM, go to Gregor. So Gregor comes out with the bouquet of knives and something you haven't seen him with before. It is a two-handed long, like not a long arm, but like a slug thrower that's kind of a submachine gun. It looks like it's been cobbled together from several different.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love this myself.
Alright, we ready? Let's go.
Go Serpent Street.
All right. Serpent Street is not a great part of town. Like, I mean, it takes you about 10 minutes of walking, and Calypso Mars would be disappointed in how the government has taken care of the people of Serpent Street.
She does have a little bit of a Robin Hood complex.
She does.
I mean, she does get, +2 because she's compassionate when helping others.
Yeah, I haven't seen. That's why the +2 hasn't happened yet.
It has happened once.
It's happened once.
I don't even know if it was on a stream or not, but
That's
there
right.
was
It
one
has happened once.
time.
All right, we will come back to you here in a second. When you get down to Serpent Street, it is a warehouse district. There are just a lot of people on the street. Like, more people on the street than you sort of, like, all of your combat trainings, they're going off. Yes. There are people soliciting you to buy goods.
No. Oh.
There are also those kind of solicitations going on.
Bad day special.
But you find the one red building on Serpent Street pretty quickly, and it is a warehouse that kind of backs up to the cliff that is the dock. Right? It's not really like a giant cliff, but just like raw sewage is being kind of poured out of the cliffside. It smells awful here. And he plugs in a code in the door, definitely.
In, let's go.
All right. You see a couple of people who are like watching from the other side of the streets. Their eyes kind of go wide, and they start pulling weapons.
I'm just gonna back in, sword drawn.
Hey. From where I'm standing, 1/4 inch of lead beats 4 feet of steel any day. There are 6 of us, 1 of you. Are you backing in?
Mm-hmm.
Are you backing in? Okay. Alright, wait. Gregor's like, 4.
Can we make sure the door is shut and locked behind us?
Yeah. They rush you.
Mm-hmm.
You pull the door closed. There is a small warehouse here. There are a number of large wooden crates just sort of scattered throughout the place. You also see several small metal containers. But as you kind of like look up, the second story of this warehouse is you can see the walls that kind of go up to the second story kind of, they're baffled, as if they're designed to take something from the second floor and channel it away from the first floor. You definitely see the shape of a small, very fast ship on the second floor.
That's your boy.
What in
Francesco.
the hell is going on here?
Nothing happened.
I don't know, Gregor. She just sent us here. We need a ship. I'm not gonna ask questions right now.
Back in the carriage.
Oh, what?
So, I didn't say that I was going to jump in, but that's Gregor, and Gregor sometimes talks really weird. Says things that he doesn't mean, doesn't understand, which is a lot of things. You just hear a...
Get it, girl?
Don't talk about Greggy and her presence.
Thank you. Calypso. So, you're a pirate?
Yeah.
Huh. That makes more sense.
Right?
It makes so much more sense. But Kathy is still a battle sister.
Yes, and she's not Kathy. She's Gemma.
Anything fits her better than Kathy. We're gonna head down to Serpent Street. Is a non-pleasant part of town. Do you know how to handle? And she kind of reaches up under the carriage and she pulls out a revolver.
I just imagine her dress is just
Girl.
full of
Do I know how to handle? Opens it up, spins it around, makes sure there's proper bullets in there, closes it up.
Alexa's eyes are like...
She just kind of smells it for a second. Do I know how to handle a revolver?
We are going to have a much more interesting conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the only thing I ask is don't open any of my crates.
Cut to Gemma.
Okay.
We'll have an interesting conversation. Okay. Don't speak bad about Greggy again. Alright. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Alright. You guys hear the sound of hoof. Yeah. Coming in rather hot. And they seem to be echoing. Like,
Calypso?
What?
Do you by chance have horses with you?
you also hear gunfire.
I hear gunfire?
You hear it, the gunfire, like, off the side of the carriage.
Yeah, there's some folks who didn't like us going in this warehouse.
Yeah, they're metal pony things, it's fine. Pay no attention to the guy with the half body.
Are there windows up top of the warehouse?
There are windows up top of the warehouse.
Cool. I want to run up there and see if I can see the people down below and start shooting at them.
Are you gonna, like, parkour up there?
I'm assuming there's some stairs.
There are stairs. Gregor has gone up to, like, get the ship.
Alestra just grabs that the
Yeah,
wall.
Spider
Hulk
monkeys it up.
That's right.
I'm not that cool, guys.
Night monkey.
The night monkey.
Alright. So you get out there, you definitely see those 6 people. They all have a red robin sort of stitched onto their breast. And they're
I kept myself from saying
Sometimes I forget.
Not a sponsor.
Cool.
it's a fine heraldic device.
You know, you would think given my chosen occupation, I'd be better about things like that.
I'm not super worried about it.
Alright.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not like they're gonna sue.
Great. I'm gonna take aim and shoot at one.
Alright. They are taking aim and shooting back at you.
Alright, that's behind the window.
You can either
Not as
not
fast.
get into a position where you're going to get shot, or you can shoot.
They don't even know I'm up here yet.
Do we need to shoot them, or is the building like? Does it sound like they're actually doing a lot of damage to the building? Or
They're not
just
shooting at the building.
Oh, they're shooting at the
We
carriage.
need a way to get our people in the carriage into here.
Thank you.
So should I shoot or should I stay alive?
Calypso, do you have a way of getting in here without getting shot? Like, does the carriage have 2 doors and you can just exit on the side next to the building?
What do I physically see? What do my pirate eyes see?
So we're going to go into initiative at this point.
I mean, I don't care. I'm ready.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I will let you go first if you want, but you have to make your chance to make a
If
snap
you wanna
decision
go,
is
if you
over.
want to go for it. I'm
Can I
not gonna
shoot
do
and
it.
then duck?
You can shoot and you will be shot at.
Okay, shooting.
Terrible idea, guys.
What am I using?
You will be using, what's the first range on your weapon?
Wait, which one?
Range?
What kind of weapon
Oh,
is it?
10.
10? Alright, so they are definitely beyond 30 feet. So you're going to be using
I only have 10
perception.
to 20.
So it's 10 to 20 yards.
Right.
Right,
You
so,
said they're
or
beyond
meters. Yeah, they're beyond 30 meters. Or 30 feet, which is 10 meters. So
Okay.
you're in the second range band.
Okay. So you said perception?
Perception plus shoot.
Shoot. Plus one to that, so that's 14.
Alright, so we're in initiative round. She's going first. I'll tell you what you see here in a second.
Get 19. I'm not the same. 10.
Alright. So, you're hitting 10. Oh, I gotta get my purse out here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't need it.
I totally need it.
No.
That's the chips that they start with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna go with yes. That's okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's what's gonna happen. So, alright. So, there are 2 that are watching the windows. Alright, so as you kind of look down in the street, out of the 6, 2 of them are watching the windows. 2 of them are shooting at the carriage. And the one who seemed to be the one talking to Gemma is definitely, like, pulling something out from under his long coat.
Okay.
So, who are you shooting at?
One of the people looking up here.
Okay, so go ahead. We're going to let yours go off first.
I rolled a 10 out of 19.
Okay, so you get 10 chips.
Mhm.
You have to tell me how many points you're spending to overcome their resistance.
And I don't have any idea of what type of resistance they have.
Not at this point. After you have the first shot, they seem to be wearing jumpsuits.
Oh, it's not much resistance. Okay.
They're not wearing like military armor.
Right. I'll spend 6.
All right. All right. So you're spending 6. All right. How much damage does your weapon do?
5.
Are you spending any extra chips to increase the damage? 2 victory points per 1 extra point of damage.
No.
No? Alright, so you do 5.
And it has a rate of 2 shots.
So that means you could declare beforehand that you were like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so you fire, you hit one, the suit smolders a little bit. They shoot at you. The first one hits. How many points would you like to spend? Right, you can choose to increase your resistance.
Right. I will spend 3.
3? Alright, so he is going to spend a total of 6 points. He's going to try to overcome a resistance 6. Does that overcome your body's resistance? Alright. So that will add 4 more points there. So the first one hits next to the window, and the blaster energy just sizzles against the side of the wall. The other one, however, is a critical hit.
Ouch.
So it automatically overcomes your resistance. And you will take 9 points of damage as it catches you right in the face.
Ow!
Note to self, guys. Don't get shot in the face. It hurts.
Noted.
Who is going next?
Calypso.
Calypso. The carriage is barreling down the street. You can see... You can see these two people, both female. They have, again, a red-breasted bird on their chest.
Rested.
You need a t-shirt that says, I drink because I GM. They are firing blaster pistols. One's firing a blaster pistol, the other one is firing a slug thrower. That's what the pinging that you heard. You do hear the ionized air just as the blaster pistol shots go by.
Oh, okay. I think we should ram the carriage into them.
You can do that next turn. You're still far away.
Okay. Well, then. What do I see then? Can I do anything?
You got a. She handed you a revolver.
Lean out.
Alright, so yeah, she's gonna lean out and pew pew. Or at least attempt to pew pew, you know. She could roll a 20, so.
Shh, why would you say that?
Why
would you put that
even?
out there?
It's a 9.
You rolled a 9?
Yeah.
Alright, so how many points? So, Alestra figured out that they have a normal resistance of 4. This guy's spending 4 points to basically double his resistance. You have spent 8 points.
Okay, I will do that. So I have 70 BP right now.
Okay. Would you like to increase the damage at all? 2 for 1. Base damage on your weapon is 7.
Sure.
Okay, how much would you like to spend?
2 for 1. So hold on. I have to do 17. 9. 17 minus 8 is 9. Okay. So I'm 9. Okay. So it's 2 for 1 increase of damage.
Yes.
So that's 9, 8, 7, 6. 2 increased by 2. Which would bring it 9.
Yes, you minus 5.
Yeah. Do that part.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when Becky's not. So,
Helping you with that.
9 damage.
9 damage. Alright, you definitely maul one. One on the left or one on the right? Alright, you catch...
So I can be like, on your left.
Where were you aiming? They're still up.
I don't know.
Alright.
Hits on the left.
You hit him right in the shoulder. And you hear from the other side of the carriage. Oh, nice shot.
Thanks.
Yes. These bloody birds. They're all over this part of town.
What are they? Who are they?
They're, excuse me. She kind of ducks back in. You see something go flying by. Who's going next?
Can I say her?
I kind of want her to go next.
All right. Lucia will go next.
I just want her to hold like guns on her bodice or
She pulls out a Machow Thunder, which is definitely a .40 caliber revolver.
I hurt her so hard.
New party member.
Gregor, get over it. She's coming.
We need a mother figure.
I love you and your mom's coming. Deal with it.
Yeah.
It's a lot to process right now. All right. Math.
Right? Right.
Who decided to run this game?
Right.
All right. You hear the gun go off, and you see the one that you hit definitely is not getting back up.
Oh, good.
Snap.
So she shot him.
She shot him.
So I will now turn to her and be like, nice shot.
It's been a while. It wasn't a clean one. She is going to choose one of the gang members. Are you going to interrupt us? So in case you're wondering what that glare was, is that once around, Maddie gets to go, nah, I go before that person. So are you interrupting?
Yeah, I want to shoot the one who's reaching for something.
Alright, so you're going to open the door and...
Yeah.
Alright, you can hear the whine of engines starting to kick up. Like, the temperature inside the building has just gone up about 15 degrees.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay.
If you interrupt and do this, he will take the next action. Okay? Unless he goes dead. Barring death.
I would like to surge.
Okay.
And then how far would he be from me?
He is about, 15.
15?
Yep.
Okay. Then I will do the burster. And what would that be to shoot?
Which one?
The burster. My revolver, like
Your revolver? So what's the range on it?
40, 60.
Alright, so you're still in Dex plus shoot. If it's up to the first number, it's Dex.
Okay.
If it's over the first number but less than the second number, it is you do.
Because I could have just spent 1 VP to increase 1 damage with an attack.
So take 1 VP back.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a VP to start to would this be a fight skill or no?
No, this is a shoot.
This is a shoot. Okay. Then I will spend 1 to ignore up to 2 ranks of single body opponent's body resistance if I can do that.
Okay.
And
Drops it to 2.
I will
You're eating banana chips.
I am eating banana chips. Don't mind me.
I don't know what they're reaching for, so I will also ignore their energy shield.
They do not.
I know. Okay, then I will save my other.
Alright. He is increasing his you gotta make your roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I may not have to spend this fat stack of chips. It's the best part about having a high skill. When you crit, it's like, excellent. I will take 15 chips.
Okay, so 11 plus 8 to get it up to 19. Math is fun, guys.
It's not.
19 critted on that.
That's a lot of VP.
Wow, long math.
Mm-hmm.
Long
You
math.
You get a weird point.
Alright, so he upped his resistance.
He can't. You automatically overcome resistance.
And then he takes 6 to start. Let's dump another 6 into that. So he's going to take 12.
You're going to take 12 points of damage. Alright. He is still up. So technically, he doesn't have an ability that lets him go next. So who's going next?
Yeah. I'll spare him a while and go next.
Okay. He kind of stumbles back as you shoot him and you see what comes free.
Mm-hmm.
It's a grenade.
Why'd you let him?
Because he was going to have to go.
He's looking at you. He looks at the carriage. He looks at you. And you see his eyes widen as he looks at the carriage. And you can see that he sees and seems to recognize Lucia. And he's going to throw the grenade at the carriage.
Use my reaction to catch it.
I'm going to spend my weird point to make it favorable.
That's not a weird point to make it not favorable.
Like where your head's at. But no.
Is there anything we can do to interrupt?
You cannot.
Nigel, play baseball!
I'm really glad I did that, because the first die was 20. Second die hits, though. You see something just breaks apart, hits the ground in front of the horses, rolls under, And the next thing you know, everything's going topsy-turvy. I'm going to need
This is where Captain Calypso died.
Oh God.
I'm going to need an endurance plus vigor roll from you. The carriage goes up. The frag grenade goes off. Just huge explosion. I'm going to roll for everybody in
to
the...
make this favorable.
Oh, only Nigel failed his roll.
I feel terribly sorry about that.
Oh my god, I rolled 2 16s.
What did you need?
Probably under a 16. Endurance.
What is your body resistance? It's a 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the carriage goes...
Can she choose to up her body resistance?
she can spend points to up her body resistance now. So, would you like to do that?
How did I roll 2 16s?
Statistically unlikely, but still within the realm of probability.
I hate you.
Do you want to use some sweet
sure.
Torg dice?
That's nice.
Some lovely dark eye dice? I have dice on dice on dice on dice.
You're good over there. Okay, so I want to.
the vein.
I want to. Drugs are bad, just so everyone knows. I want to up my body resistance. I have no idea how to do that.
You spend 1 for 1.
Oh!
And if you need more, you can search, because you have not searched.
Not surge. Brings me up to 16. And then I'm going to use 12.
Okay.
So that brings me down to 4.
Yep.
I didn't even use my. No, I dropped it.
All right. The carriage goes back over front. You just see there is the horses that were drawing the carriage were definitely cybernetic and not robotic. Yeah.
Wait, they were alive?
Parts of them. The carriage hits, it is on fire, and it comes skidding down the street. It definitely runs over that one that Calypso and Lucia ended. Just, you feel something.
Do I?
You do. But you're all on the roof of the carriage. And Nigel definitely lands wrong again, and something snaps. He does always land wrong. Everyone else in the carriage, except for Mars, who's made of sterner stuff, takes... Oh, Mars and Lucia. She's going to up her resistance as well. Mars and Lucia take no damage. Alexa takes 5. And Nigel definitely has a broken thigh.
Oh, good.
Ah! You've gone. Lucia's gone. Grenade Boy's gone. So it is now, and the 2 people who shot at you are gone. So it's the one person who's...
And Gregor.
Gregor's starting the ship up.
Okay.
You get shot at.
Okay.
They hit.
Okay.
They are going to spend 8, 10... I know how tough you are. I'm getting to 19 to overcome your body resistance.
Spend 12 to up it.
Should have spent more. Alright. It pings off of your armor. It is now the start of a new round. I'm going to choose myself to go again at the start of the new round.
Oh, it was not a 16.
I
It was
wanna
a
go.
15. They look the same.
There you go. Alright.
that's
You can
in
declare
time.
anyone gets to go.
And that's in time.
Remember, as a noble, you can choose
Right,
to do
so
yourself, which is totally
It would
fine.
not have helped me now.
No.
Fine, I want Calypso.
Everybody, we're going to need you up here. 90 seconds. Ready to go.
90 seconds.
I mean, we don't have to
Did I
leave in
hear
90 seconds. I'm just saying that we are ready to leave in 90 seconds.
Did I hear that?
You got it's all over your top. Well, you hear.
That's what I was thinking. I hear like the weird, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah. Lucia's mop.
Okay, so if it's my turn.
It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stumble the heck out of this carriage. Because it's decimated, right?
It is toast.
Yeah.
The driver was just a robot, and he's just kind of hanging upside down.
Are the horses done, or do we need to put them on their misery?
The horses are done.
Okay.
Frag grenade just sort of shreds everything. Area.
And no actual animals are actually made.
No animals are harmed in the filming of Fading Suns. No characters either.
I think Calypso is going
Characters different.
to. Is somebody alive still?
Everyone in the carriage is gone. Oh,
Bad
there's
guys.
one.
Is he the
Wait, aren't there
grenade
two?
lobbing one?
Grenade dude and
The grenade lobbing ganger, and then the two that are still trying to shoot at her, and then the one that was next to the guy who was dead long before the flaming carriage ran over him. He died of blood poisoning.
Calypso's gonna stand in front of Nigel. So Alexa can, triage him a bit. And she's going to aim her revolver at Grenade Boy.
Yep.
Grenade Boy.
E-O-I-I.
And
Only way to do
she's
it.
gonna try to shoot.
Alright.
That definitely hits.
They have a body resistance of 4.
She's gonna spend 4? Or do I need to spend 5?
Because he can still increase after you spend. So, how much do you want to spend?
6.
Alright. He will spend 2 to up his body resistance.
Okay. I'm actually gonna spend 1 VP. And is he wearing armor?
He is.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 VP with my marksmanship skill,
Okay.
and I'm going to ignore up to 2 ranks of a single opponent's armor-based body resistance with a gun attack.
Then you will hit.
So I hit for 7.
Alright, for 7?
And as she shoots, she's actually, I don't know when, so I'm literally...
Where'd you hit him? Because he's dead. The grenade guy.
I'm gonna hit him right between the eyes.
Alright.
And I'm going to literally, as she's shooting, she's saying, "Those horses did nothing to me." Yeah.
He hears nothing over the sound of his eyes exiting the back of
It
his
just
head.
makes her feel better.
I'm glad. Who's going next?
Can Alexa go next?
Sure. You don't hear it because of the ringing. Yeah. You guys hear over the comms other hampers.
Yes! Queen! Yes! Where's Alexa coming out?
She succeeds on her triage skill.
Hell, that's...
You're up.
Oh, you're choosing for me to go?
Yeah, I feel like I have more control over the
because
game if I choose to, as opposed to having you steal it from me every round.
So, the 2 dudes who are left, individuals, will not make assumptions. Where are they in relation to the carriage? I'm here in the door. Where
So
are
they're
they
standing right in front of you. The carriage is to your left.
How far from me?
The carriage?
No, how far from me are they?
They're still. You haven't moved, so they're still 15.
15. And how far is the carriage?
About 20.
Okay. And my move... Oh, mistakes. No, I can't get there. Can't get to them either.
Nerds.
Bork. Then I will try to shoot one of them again.
Alright, go for it.
And that is, so it'd still be Dex and shoot.
It's still going to be Dex and shoot.
We will get to 15. 11.
Alright.
And
Wow.
Bring it. That was only one of the 2 sticks behind here that are all legitimately mine.
that are all legitimate.
Yeah, this is not a banker and Monopoly sort of scenario.
Okay, so I will spend 1 to ignore 2 ranks of their body resistance to start.
Alright.
And then I want to end this. I'm going to spend 8.
You're going to spend 8.
Mm-hmm.
I will spend...
Spend them all, Jim.
I'm spending them all. Who's going next?
Yes. There's 2 of them. No, there's 1. It's Calypso.
Yeah, there's only 1 left is focused on you. The other 2 are focused on the window.
I'll have Lucia go.
You'll have Lucia go. Alright. Lucia also writes herself on the other side of the burning carriage. And... yeah. She's definitely yelling. No one in the carriage can hear. You can definitely hear. Get away! The carriage is going to explode!
Alright, I fully tried. Mm-hmm.
Alright. Her gun goes off and takes the one who's been shooting at you, kind of in the thigh, not enough to knock him down, but they definitely kind of stumble way off to the side. You're up.
Cool.
Is that gunfire I hear? What's going on?
We're trying to make sure your mother doesn't die.
Well, Is the captain with her?
Yeah.
She's fine.
They might die.
What?
Do it!
What am I doing?
Unleash the Hulk.
That's what I'm trying to do. They just had their carriage blown up under them. They don't look too good. Okay. Well, I'm shooting at the guy I shot at before.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? So 14 range 16.
Did you get?
Funny.
What weapon are you using?
A gun. Martech Gold.
All right, so you're gonna roll again to see if your gun overheats.
17.
Well, that's not good. Alright, your gun definitely overheats. Crap. And you cannot use it right now.
Great, I want to duck.
Well, you still get hurt. By the way, so if you want to fire with burst, you get -2 to your goal, or you get -1 to your goal, and you get +2 damage, but it also ends up as half your ammo is So, all right. They're going. You get to choose who goes next.
And it's just Nigel or the thugs.
It's Nigel, Gregor, or the thugs.
The thugs.
Okay. First thug's shooting at you. They hit. They're going to overcome body 10. Or resistance 10. They hit. They are going to do... They're going to do 9 points of damage to you. The other one shooting at you, they also hit.
Both of them?
Well, no, there's only two. There's,
One shot her, one not shooting.
yeah, one's not shooting you. There is still one left. I have not decided who they are shooting at. But, are you upping your body resistance?
Can I surge?
You may surge. So again, surges, characters have a certain, kind of an adrenaline value that they can kick in and just immediately get victory chips into their pool.
So I will up it by 4.
By 4?
Yep.
Alright, what is that total for you now?
I don't like telling you.
You know what theirs is. They know what yours is. 10. Alright. They are going to hit. They're going to. That's everything you have to do with that. Alright. But you will only take 7 points of damage.
Shoot. Was it without that?
What?
What could it have been without her resistance up?
No, so if I don't overcome your resistance, you take no damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alright. Last but not least, they're going to shoot at you again. Hit. I'm going to spend 8. Overcome body 8.
Mine's 7.
Okay, do you have anything to spend?
Oh, that's 9.
Alright, it is Gregor's turn, or it's, who do you guys want to, Gregor or Nigel?
Gregor.
Gregor? The engines turn off. You can hear them powering down.
Okay.
And you hear stomping. Not that any of you can hear, or you guys can hear, Nigel is still screaming. And he's like, what? I can't hear you. I can hear nothing. Why are you talking to me? He is going to choose you to go first. It's really a catch-22, because if I try and go first...
So there's one guy left. He's 15 away from me, correct?
There are 3 people left.
How are there still 3?
Because that's why you got shot twice and she got shot once.
My speed is 10, which means I can move it.
That is true. You could double move.
Do that, not just do an action.
That's true. You could move 10 up, close the distance to 5, and take a shot.
Just rush one of them?
Just like...
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay.
So you're going to double move. Give me a dexterity plus fight roll.
Dexterity plus weight.
Is fight kind of akin to an unarmed strike?
Yes. And then melee is anything with a weapon. And who's going to go after you, by the way, Gemma, so they can start?
Calypso.
Calypso, while you're waiting, give me an endurance plus vigor roll, please.
No.
You will get no victory points from this roll. This is just a check.
Wait, nerds, what's my math? Okay, sorry.
Endurance was vigor?
That is cocked. Did you say that's cocked?
5!
I can't tell. I trust you.
I think it's
is. Okay, then I fail.
Okay. You come up, and the two of you, like, you kind of run into her, and she kind of braces, and you sort of slide, but you're, like, vying back and forth. Neither of you have dropped at this point.
I passed.
Okay. How many points are you spending to overcome resistance? 4 is their armor, and you can ignore 2 points of it, yes.
What? I thought.
Oh, your vigor, you
endurance
passed?
was vigor.
Alright, you can hear.
Oh, okay. Okay, so am I hearing her, Lucia, yelling, "Get the
Yes.
heck off of this thing"?
You are indeed.
Okay. I'm gonna point to Alexa,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, "You go." And I'm gonna attempt to pick up Nigel as gingerly as I can. Obviously, I'm gonna screw up that one, but
Give me a
we're gonna try to pick him up and run.
strength plus vigor.
Okay.
It's a dex plus vigor, right?
For you, dex plus fight.
Okay, I got a 6, so I succeed.
Okay. Nigel screams.
I mean,
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm carrying, I'm like, trying to save your life!
What?
I'm trying! Never mind!
Alright, who's going next?
Lucia?
Okay. Lucia sort of does the same thing. She kind of helps Alexa out, but as the two of them are limping towards, she takes a shot. She missed. Or she hits, but it does no damage. Alright, Alestra.
I'm going to sit down and try to heal.
How many, where are you at vitality-wise?
6 out of 22.
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and give me a remedy plus wits roll. Now, this is the only medicine roll that you can use. This is the only remedy roll that you can do on these wounds, so you can't make another healing attempt on it. Okay. Alright, so you have to spend, you don't get to keep these, they're all temporary. So you immediately lose 4 because you're treating.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that leave you with?
9.
Okay, so you can heal 4 vitality.
I will do it.
Okay. Alright, so you are taking your action to heal yourself. You see Gregor kind of like leaping from step to step, jumping over the catwalks as he's trying to make it towards the door.
Mm-hmm. We'll go with... Who's gone?
Everybody but the thugs and Alexa.
Oh, crap. Go with the thug.
Alright. You see the thug draw something, and she tries to stab you.
There's only one, or there's 3?
There's 3, but it's
Okay.
the one that she's vying
Okay.
with. She hits you.
Okay.
She's gonna go 12.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
So.
Well, nerds, I should actually look over the screen from time to time. Alright, so she's gonna hit you for 6. One of them is taking a shot at Lucia. Hits. Lucia's got nothing left in the old victory point bank. So Lucia gets shot for 6. Slug hits her. You see if she kind of spins up against Alexa. Alexa kind of, they're moving on. The other one is taking a shot at you, Calypso. They do not critically fail.
Medicine done.
They get really close to it. Alright. You guys are running.
I'm gonna stick out my tongue and be like,
They're going to shoot at you again. This is top of the round.
it's fine. Can I actually spend 1 VP to gain the initiative edge?
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, you now have the edge, so you were going first.
It's not just me!
No, it's like her and you.
We all have the power.
I'm gonna shoot.
All right. Let's actually, before you do that, let's stop and take our break. We'll be back in about 10
It
minutes.
succeeds!
We'll be back in about 10 minutes to see how the fight ends and what's going on with Lucia. Will Gregor be able to reconcile all of the craziness that's going on today? I don't think so, but we'll find out in about 10 minutes when we get back. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you here shortly. All right, and we're back. So, Calypso, when we left off, you were about to shoot some gang members of Serpent Street?
Yes. The little Robin Hood people.
You're the Robin Hood?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to shoot. That definitely hits. I don't even. Yeah. Okay, so I succeeded shooting.
Alright, you're reducing their armor by 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Then how much are you spending to overcome?
So technically they only have 2. I'll do 4.
Alright. You hit.
7.
Alright, who are you shooting at? The one that is currently grappling with Gemma, or one of the other 2?
One of the other 2.
You want to spend any more to increase the damage? You can spend 1 to increase it by 2. Okay. Alright, that one is still up. Not happy, it's still up. Who's going next?
So this is the top of the turn order.
Yes.
I'm gonna say you can interrupt at any time.
No.
Take mine, Joy.
Gregor? Alright. Gregor gets down to the bottom of the stairs. And throws the door open. You hear the door open behind you. And Captain, get in here. And he holds up his weapon and he pulls the trigger, and there's a lot, like, it kind of kicks back against him. There is that one that you shot is no longer also there. Like, he go flying. He has a solid slug shotgun that he's using.
So am I still holding?
You are still holding that.
So we'll.
Gregor kind of points the gun towards Nigel.
He's been in other people's hampers.
He's what?
Not my hand. What? Hold on. It's a joke. I'm gonna go in now.
You definitely clip his leg on the door, and Nigel screams again.
Wow, so nice. Is my gun pulled down yet?
No. You will have to take an action to cool it off.
How do I do that?
Yeah, you basically just sit there, and that is not correct. You just vent it as a primary action. It's the only thing that you can do.
Okay, I'm instead going to go downstairs.
Okay.
And as people come in, either try and heal them or shuttle them to the ship.
Okay. You can't make another attempt on Nigel because somebody's already... Alexa already did. You can only make 1 remedy check per wound. It doesn't matter who does the check.
What if I have a perk?
What does it do?
Loving prayer and heals people.
You can do that. Okay. Why don't you explain how it works?
Loving prayer. Actually, I have it typed out. I don't need the big red binder. As a primary action, you can touch and heal someone who has suffered vitality wounds within the same scene. You touch the target and speak words of consoling prayer. The target heals 1 vitality per rank of faith I have. You may do this on the same target only once per scene. This is not a liturgic rite. It is a therapeutic prayer.
Okay. So, what is your rank in faith?
5.
Okay. So you will heal Nigel of 5 vitality.
Okay.
All right. So you two are in the room. Who is going next?
Lucia.
Okay. Lucia spends her action more or less dragging Alexa into the building as well. Craigie, that was a good shot. No.
So am I the only one left outside?
You are, and I'm choosing the thugs to go. No, are you gonna go? Okay. There are three. It is just you outside, and there are three of them, and one of them has a knife.
And I'm 15 feet from the door.
You are 15 feet, or
But
15 meters from the door.
Grappled with this person.
You are grappling her. She is kind of perforating your abdomen.
What would it take to book it back?
I would need a strength plus fight check for you to disengage, and then you'd be able to get 10 well, you can just let go. You can go ahead and make a book back. One of them will get a shot on you as you run away.
If I see everyone else inside, that's what I'll do.
Okay. If you take you just glance and there's no one else on the street. Gregor is like, come on! All right. The one who's stabbing, you were grappling, she's going to try and hit you one more time. She hit you. I have no victory chips. You have a body resistance of 8.
7.
She can hit you. She spends all 7 to get it. Do you have even one victory point? One VP will kick it up to where she can't damage you.
I don't. Well, I can search it. So then I have.
Alright. You search. You hear it's like, she puts a nice, tears the paint up on your armor. You go running back. Gregor's like, is that it? Alright, you are all in the building. Right, we should get on the ship now.
Mm-hmm.
You picked a good one.
Can I, once people are on the ship, can I heal the other people who are hurt? I can use loving prayer once per person, but can I heal?
You can make remedy rolls.
I can't use loving prayer?
You can use loving prayer. Is there a...
I can only use it, one time on one person. Per person. Per scene.
One person. One attempt per person per scene.
Yes.
That's what we were going with.
Yes.
So where are we gonna go?
Yeah, you can use it on each person.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody
Anybody
heals.
who's hurt gets 5 points.
Alright.
Double digits, baby!
Goals. Alright. Gregor. Alright, where are you? Right, let's go. He gets on the ship. Everything starts to where are we headed to? Back to the wall.
Yeah, the wall.
Oh,
Yeah, so am I flying through? And Lucia kind of comes up, no, and she flips a couple of switches on the board, and you can see that the light starts to pour in kind of from above, and the roof starts to break up just a bit. Huh.
We are going to have a really interesting conversation.
And Gregor kind of very gently, because there's not a lot of room, gets the ship angled where it needs to be, and you guys take off and start heading towards Hadrian's Wall. Now, it's going to take a lot longer because this is not a suborbital. It is still fast. You're looking at, instead of 40 minutes, you're looking at closer to 3 hours. There are no bunks in the ship, but there is a surprisingly large... This ship is basically the bridge that you were standing in the cockpit, and like all of you, like not all of you were there. It's that, engines, and a cargo hold that is currently empty. So you guys are all sort of spread out on the cargo hold. All right, 3 hours.
Can I try remedy rolls on people?
You may.
So, gem hunt. What are they? Remedy and
Wits.
let's hope for the best. 12. One above what I needed.
So you cannot heal her. You only get one attempt.
Okay. Can I try and heal Lucia then?
Uh,
Or it's just one attempt? Period.
no, you get one attempt per person per set of wounds.
Okay.
Lucia doesn't need it though. Your loving prayer.
Great. And Nigel can't because Alex already did him.
Yep.
He's good.
Yep.
And I can't do. Okay. I guess that's it.
All right. So which one of you is actually going to tell me exactly what's going on? Really, Alestra?
You can't see anything, Gregor.
He can't.
Ooh,
It's not
Birdie
a large
told
ship.
me something about the, the Inquisitor. A little friend of yours who came around. He had things to say about you. I hate that guy.
What do you want to know?
When did you meet with him?
And who?
He was at your estate.
Slimy weasel.
Thank you! Somebody else thinks so too.
No, we agreed not to go on each other's property.
Still a slimy weasel.
That is a severe offense. He broke your trust. I am not happy.
Well, it's obvious you are on trail of Beatrice because very few things that I can think of that we have discussed in the last 24 hours would kick over the inquisitorial hornet's nest as much as her or any of the other suppressed saints.
Well, no, there's actually something else that kicked over their hornet's nest.
And that would be?
Duke Orleton, who was governing Milan Station.
Count.
That one, excuse me. Count Orleton. He was related to the Inquisitor, who recently passed away.
The one that they're saying was excreted from the ship.
Yes, that one.
You were involved with that. You killed an Inquisitor.
I did
I
not
didn't kill anyone.
You hear
I
a
did not.
sunk.
I didn't kill anyone, and I just killed a bunch of people back there.
You flayed flail.
That wasn't the Inquisitor. Words matter.
I assume this is all happening in character.
Yeah.
Because Gemma's just like,
Yeah. Yeah. She touched my ship. Wrongly. She started hurting Gregor.
so the Inquisition is after you because you killed an Inquisitor that was already on your ship. That cause and effect does not seem to me.
We didn't kill him. He happened to be on the ship and somebody else killed him. So, they're getting blamed. I wasn't actually on the ship at that point, but I'm lumped with them, so I'm getting blamed too.
I was about to say, it was your little neon bolt thingy.
Wow, so now we're playing figures. So,
This is just...
we have
Well, there's already, like...
That's right.
To
You
be
wanted mischievous. You got it.
present. 3 hour flight. In setting Beatrice free,
You're the reason my ship is
we set
underwater.
into motion.
You said Beatrice free?
Yes.
That's where she's from.
You tried to shoot him.
Her.
before
She's
he was
the-
on the ship,
the cha-
so you wouldn't
She's
make it.
the priestess who tended the chapel of the Silent Lady.
Yes.
Kathy, we must talk.
Gemma.
I'm sorry. You were, yes. No, I'm tracking.
Also, Jackson's for this.
She's
I'm
just like...
saying. This is Maddie saying Jackson was with us.
We can also say that she stayed in the temple because Rosina was here. Otherwise, she just took. She's dead.
I like
Okay, cool. She's in the temple. Yeah. So in doing that,
Did you free Beatrice as well?
it caused Milan Station to fall out of orbit.
Yes. No, I heard all about that. Did she start the celestial pilgrimage? Wait. Are you the ones who brought the refugees back?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I've ever imagined what having a daughter-in-law would be like. But if I had, you're doing fantastic. You also hear like the click of the speaker turning back, like the mic. All right. So you think she's here?
Possibly. But the reason the Inquisition is on our tail is that Count Orlaton, who went down with Milan, was related to the Inquisitor who was here, who happened to meet his demise on our ship, totally set up, and now we're on the run
I
again.
totally understand. Vengeful family members, they're such a nuisance.
Also, we're pretty sure it was House Decados who had the hand in killing him. Because of that knife we found.
Oh yeah, this night.
I don't know that I would be carrying that around with you, Gemma.
It's tucked in places people can't see.
I was fine until like.
There's a lot of cracks in this armor.
Not helping.
Right. All right. Well, so you were not on the ship when the Inquisitor was killed, yet somehow you were connected to the Inquisition being killed?
Why don't you tell the story from your side of the view?
We have 3 hours.
We have 3 hours.
We can't get to the bridge.
Yes.
And my ship is underwater.
I'm sure.
That is not my fault.
Oh, everything is your fault.
I just magically produce popcorn
Okay.
and just watch
So this kind of makes a very long story. And I'm rather tired of hanging on to this. So, make yourselves comfortable. If you need to go to the bathroom, do that now. I will
Please
not.
do not. There are no restrooms on the ship.
You can go outside the ship if you need to.
We are in
over
the
an
air.
ocean.
Exactly. Okay.
There is one, but it's on.
Gregor!
Please hold. Please hold any questions until the end. Alexa's or Lester's just gonna kind of tell her story from Milan. Oh, you actually want me to tell it?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is.
Well,
this-
yeah.
like,
Plus, there
people
might
do-
be new new watchers.
people know
Alright.
the story.
Well, I first
Yeah,
met up
we
with this
start taking
crew
notes.
on Milan Station. Oh gosh, I think I have to go back even further. I am a member of House Azad. My father is the spy master.
Oh.
Sorry, reflex, dear.
It's understandable. And I was brought up as a spy. My cover is being a priestess of the Temple Aeon.
But you're not really a healer?
Obviously heal. And I'm rather good at it.
You just failed to roll a heal me.
Loving prayer. He gave you something. Come on, be thankful.
She loved you with her prayer. And this is why no one in this crew shares squat with each other. Anyway, carry on.
Okay. So, with that short background, I was sent to Milan Station to meet a contact and get information about a very specific plant called the
Prophet's Heart.
Prophet's Heart. I'm gonna say
I was
Healer's
there
Heart.
too.
Yeah, that was how I first met up with
Power.
Captain Calypso. My cover was blown because I was caught on camera killing someone.
Oh.
And unfortunately, Francesco has that video and has been blackmailing me. But that is a little
It
bit
does sound like something he would do.
indeed. Slimy weasel.
I'm on that video too.
So I fled the
Clearly, I don't
I
care.
fled Milan Station right before it fell out of orbit, and met up again with this crew in Ravenna, where I have kind of been a part of the crew since then. We dealt with some lovely husks.
You did not. That was
I was on Ravenna.
right. That was.
I would have dealt with them too if I was on that planet.
No, you were sequestered in the channel or in the cathedral.
I did not.
Oh yeah, because Qatar was.
She got fried.
Okay. So then started traveling with them again. We went to many places. Well, not many places. Other places. Came here with the refugees. Where I met Francesco. And he... such a odious man.
I mean, I would be careful what you say, dear. He is a friend of the family's, and he is also the spy master of the...
Oh, he knows I detest him.
Oh, well, okay. You live dangerously.
There are some ways that I feel like I do not have much to live for anymore. It's I'm sorry. Okay, so then on the station, Francesco told me he needed the Inquisitor done away with for personal reasons, and if I did not do it, then he would leak the video of me killing people, therefore ruining any chance of cover I had. And he gave me a box that had the gun in it that blew up with the neon green stuff when I tried to kill the Inquisitor before he got on the ship.
We started a riot.
The riot was already going.
Which made people demand the Inquisitor, and we had no choice but to dump him out safely before people would get into my ship.
Dump him.
As I was saying, it was not actually my fault that the riot started or that the Inquisitor was killed on the ship. I tried to kill him before he got on the ship so that they would not be implicated. The riot was already going.
So you were supposed to kill him before he went on the ship,
Yes.
I feel like that's
so
a
that they would
lie.
not get on. Get implicated.
No, that was my stipulation.
No. I don't feel like that stipulation played out very well.
No, not at all.
That was sarcasm.
So that brings us to here, and this. So you don't want to be a spy anymore,
No.
but you are good at healing.
Yes.
Seems the pen creator has provided a way. Although with your father being a spy master, I do not see how you will easily. I know someone who may help.
Ooh. I would be very interested to know this.
It's totally Francesca.
Damn it! I'm not even sorry about that one.
It was in that moment.
Guys, I'm so mad right now.
Abby's just.
I mean, he is the spy master of a rival house. If someone was to keep your family away from you, it is probably going to be him.
I hate him.
Well,
So much.
What do you know?
Yeah.
No, I loved his bounty hunter.
Love him.
Is anybody else seeing this? What I have to deal with?
I don't know what you're talking about. Stress hallucinations. They've
Gemma
been known to
Calypso are
happen
the
in
best.
movies.
The bromance of Gemma and Calypso.
No. That bounty hunter, though, he was fine.
Straight romance.
Strict bromance.
Okay, so setting aside your
Convoluted history.
no, I was going to say crisis of faith
That too.
for the
Or
moment.
lack of
Don't
faith?
worry, dear. We can get
Crisis of identity.
Sure. Your personal internal crisis, which I'm sure the Pan Creator or whatever agent he is using to watch over you and guide your life will definitely pick that thread up at some other point. We're currently trapped inside of my ship. Why are we going to haunt Hadrian's Wall?
Your husband wanted us to bring you there.
Just below the altar. So happy I'm not even angry at you right now. What was under there?
Pulling out of my pocket. And I set out the 5 stones, and then I reach and pull out the painting.
Where did you find those?
Now it's her turn to be in trouble.
I'm sure you will understand that following Beatrice is a dangerous game to play.
Of course.
And it is difficult
Family's been doing that for quite a while.
to know who you can and cannot trust.
It is true.
They were under the altar in the small chapel at your house.
Distraction!
It's the perfect distraction.
I'm sure you took them out of...
I was led to the chapel. There was a moment of inspiration. One of them actually opened a door from the temple to something else in Hadrian's Wall. That now we have to figure out what to do with.
You're a pilgrim. I suppose we go with you. Though I would really like to. No, you can't come with us. Ship's full.
I have room for one more.
No, ship's full.
You can't give looks at
You can't.
Oh.
It's
Where did this come from?
Oh, I threw it at him.
Go over here.
I don't know.
Threw it back in this.
Try to get it back to you.
How did I miss this?
I apologize for the deception. We have
No,
not been able to trust.
I can only understand how much of a struggle this must have been for all of you. I mean, I've heard her story, so I know how much it's been for her. I can't even imagine what the rest of you have been going through.
tell you?
If you want.
You want to tell her your story?
She's a pirate. She's in love with my son. She has feelings for my son. Favorites.
Not dying.
And you discovered Beatrice.
Online.
So you just stumbled across her.
Well,
No. She was hanging out.
so
She was bound.
she was bound.
This is a good one first. Probably.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where to start. I've always been fascinated. How do I phrase it? By things that have been told are outside of my reach. So, growing up in church, being told that there were certain folks I was not supposed to study, pursue, intrigued me. And so I earned enough trust or station to be sent to Milan to investigate heretical rumblings, heretical technology, but really wanted to find the chapel of the Silent Lady.
Alright.
And thought it was a rumor, thought it was myth, until there was a hologram of Beatrice, and we've been following her ever since. I had always thought there was a way that didn't involve violence. I just couldn't find it.
Beatrice is not one. She's definitely not one of Lexi's. She's more of a protector than a doer. I think you're on a good path. Alright, so we sit here for more hours. I'll know that as long as I have a state to go back to, you are all welcome. They won't find anything. They haven't before. We are a small noble house, but a noble house still. So there's only so much leeway they will have. I'm sure Katerina can handle anything the Inquisition brings down. So we just have to lie low for a little bit, yes?
Yes. Do you recognize what she's standing on in this?
I do not.
Is there any more you can tell me about her, or us about her?
I know that my family came across Beatrice not long after, well, I don't say my family, but if you go back far enough, right? Marriages, alliances, the estate changed hands many, many times. My family came onto the scene a couple hundred years ago. My great-grandparents were church artisans who were interested in Beatrice, and they parlayed their talents into purchasing the estate because of the small chapel there. Much of what we know, we try and keep hidden. But, I mean, most of what I know, well, you should probably go speak with Octavius. Octavius, he is my great uncle. He is an archivist at the cathedral in the capital. He's very old.
I don't know if we can get back into the city.
Well, if you can, he can take you down to the archives beneath the cathedral. He has access to them.
This is a different archives, or is this the archives?
This is the same archives.
Okay.
But don't talk to him about bookbinding. He's... You go on for days about it.
Yeah.
So you guys met him.
That's the one that Calypso
Yeah,
was
probably
trying to seduce.
don't bring that up to Lucia. You're already on pretty thin ice.
I know, I'm not going to mention that I tore a page up. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't be
It's fine. She knows 98% of the truth. Yeah, then I'm going to spend some time meditating and see if I can use one of my revivals.
You may give me the roll. You gotta have at least 8 hours of rest.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I will just meditate and bandage my wounds.
Alright. Anything you would like to do for the next couple of hours?
Bandage myself up and take a nap.
Okay. Still not enough to trigger a recovery roll. Alright, well, I will ask Calypso when she gets back what she will be doing. But it's pretty quiet. Lucia kind of goes off by herself, sits down, and just seems to be thinking.
And I'll leave her with pieces if she wants to study them.
No. I've seen pictures of them in books.
Do you know what they are?
They're called the lenses. We don't know much about them. We know that they were brought back here after she disappeared. They're apparently, one of my grandmothers, she wrote about them. She believes that they focus, lenses focus, right? They focus light, they focus the eyesight. It could be possible that these somehow focus her light. Yes. I don't know. We don't know anything more about them aside from the fact that they are lenses.
I pick one up, just very on point, and try and look through it. Do I see?
You see the little constellation.
So that we saw last time. If I hold up 2 and look through them, do I just see 2 constellations?
You just see 2 constellations.
I don't have new Beatrice vision glasses.
No, you do not.
Okay. Got it.
We're going to take a quick 2-minute technical break, and we will be right back. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have to leave.
No.
assume we're back? Alright, so.
PvP one.
That's right. So, Calypso has, you would not win that. Calypso has, and Lucia sort of, go off to talk for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys rest. The adrenaline is wearing off, the shakes start, the exhaustion hits, the pain.
Ow.
Gregor comes in about 90 minutes into the fight. Alright, I've been in contact with my dad. He's ready for us. Jex is safe. Can't raise anybody at the estate. At the house. Think that Inquisition are blocking. They got a scrambler set up.
Would that scramble my the order comms?
Depends on how strong it is.
Lucia,
Yes, dear.
do you have access to any stims?
Stims?
Mm.
I mean, not on the ship. Most of those things would be back at the warehouse, but it does seem like
stims?
Alestra.
And elixirs. And
Good
medpacks.
to know. Good to know.
Beast tranquilizers.
Okay.
And a doctor's bag. And a
What's it? You just like flick out a roll,
Yes.
and you're like,
Are
"What
you
drug
a
would you
healer
like?"
or a dealer?
Definitely both.
Little column A, little column B.
I take care of my people.
You do know that at least half of the things you said are addictive, yes?
Yeah. I don't let them get addicted.
You don't have a... I don't know that I want to work.
I resent that.
You don't seem to care if I get addicted to painkillers, so...
I do care. One dose doesn't mean you get addicted.
Actually, there is the chance. Every time you use it, there's a chance that you develop an addiction to it.
There's a lot more to it than that.
Not mechanically.
Okay. Just wondering in case we run into any more trouble. Any kind of boost would be good. Okay. Just wanted to know.
All of a sudden, you're gonna hear Alexis screech. Ah! She's holding up a mirror. She's like, "They burnt my eyebrows off!"
Yeah, don't get shot in the face, dear.
We could draw some on.
No, that never looks good.
That would
Two wrong squiggles.
As you see, like, Gemma's got, like, nicks through all of hers. I can fill it in if you want it.
Gregor just kind of... Alright, I'm gonna go there.
Do you need company?
No.
Sure. I mean, you called... This is under my breath. Fish tank style conversation. Called her your mother today?
It was a stressful situation.
Calypso said she likes you.
Yeah, I know. I knew, but I thought it would remain one of those unspoken things.
Right, well, it was spoken.
It is definitely spoken. But I'm gonna just assume that she didn't mean to. Know that I was listening. And I think what it's better to do is take all of today and, work it real tight together and push it really, really, really down deep. And just ignore that it's there.
So you want to ignore Calypso's feelings for you?
No, that's not what I see. I feel like it's a stressful day and things are getting said, they're getting twisted in knots. Like your gut. You hear things that you shouldn't, don't know what to do with it, and so I'm just gonna go back to violation.
You sure you don't need company? No. We can talk about it. Piloting the ship. You can teach me how to pilot.
Yeah, but I don't...
You can teach her how to push the red button.
Did your forehead get bigger?
Probably.
Oh,
No, I'm crying again.
Gregor,
Sorry. It's a good look. Yeah, no, it's a good look. It's right, but you're a spy, so you don't look surprised anymore. You don't. Right, I feel like this would be a good thing. Don't stop crying. It's
Alestra, did you ever have one of those toys as a kid that had like the magnetic filings in it? And you could like draw facial hair on it? Mm-hmm. Just think you can draw on your mood.
yeah. Get one of them.
Like a mirror right now.
Yeah, get one of
You
those.
can, like, you can
those
be
rings.
like, yeah, there you go. You can be like really mad. You can be inquisitive.
I'm gonna
sad.
go get us there. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do.
Do you need company?
No, I'm fine. Later.
Okay.
Just like fish tank talk.
Yeah. Just
All right, so another 90 minutes pass, and
Are we being followed?
Oh, that's a great question.
Not that I know of. Nothing showed up on scanners.
but Hadrian's Wall, you very quickly find yourself back in the hangar bay. Volkolkis comes out with Jexa. Did you get them? What do you say? He runs up and gives Lucia a huge hug. I'm fine. Did you know that our soon-to-be daughter-in-law is a pirate?
I don't think we told him that yet.
She's a pirate? The apple does not fall from the tree. We have to decide what we're going to do. Because the Inquisition is coming here as well.
Crud muffins!
We don't know whether they're coming here or whether they're going to the Engineers Guild yet.
Do they know about this place?
They know that it is a church holy site. And probably that the Van Dorp family runs it, but I haven't been able to get through to home. They've been jamming it. We've had 2 attacks since you've left. Monstrosities. They've assaulted the gates twice. One was a group of perhaps a dozen small 5-legged creatures that looked like they used to be quite human. And then the other was a massive thing. It tore down some of our outer guns before we were able to bring it down. I find it strange that we've had 2 attacks in 6 hours when we haven't had any attacks here in months.
Do you think it has to do with the door? Or do you think it has to do with the Inquisition?
I don't. I hadn't thought of the Inquisition. I think it has more to do with the door. Like I said, I long suspected that the Engineers Guild were doing something.
We should probably head back into the temple. But I don't know what to do.
We need to rest and barricade and heal and stay alive.
Right. Do the monstrosities have any markings?
No. Most of them are naked.
What direction did they come from?
They come from the Blood Desert.
Has anything else ever come from the Blood Desert?
Mainly the monstrosities.
You said it's been 6 months since they've come?
It's been, at least 6 months.
What happened 6 months ago?
Nothing here. Nothing changed in the temple.
So it's probably more whatever the Engineers Guild is doing.
Be my guess.
And what's Can we, now that we know what the temple is
Yes.
sitting over,
Mm-hmm.
can we take some time and go back through and really examine the interior to see if there's any indication that whoever built the temple knew what was residing under it?
If there was something under it at that time.
Go ahead and both of you give me a perception plus observe roll.
It's 13.
I don't like my dice right now.
Oh, 4!
Nice.
Let's get that up to 10. Fitty. 4!
All right. How many are you guys spending on?
I'll use all 4.
All right.
I'll use 5. Or
Okay.
does it have to be even?
It's even. It goes up evens.
Oh, then I'll use 6.
Okay.
I want to know.
So it takes you nearly 2 hours to work your way very meticulously through the temple. And as you do, you start to see reoccurring patterns worked into the reliefs and the frescoes and the mosaics on the floor that are being slowly restored. And what you see is that there are all of these images of the jump gate cross, right? The jump gate cross, and above it, it is always set above what seems to be about a quarter of what looks like a sun, as if a sun was, you just took an image of the sun and quartered it, and it's once you notice the jump gate cross over the quarter sun, it's everywhere. And as you were looking around, Alexa is kind of going with you. Nigel's sleeping. Thank you for your help. I talked with Gregor. He spoke out of turn. I don't know. Anyway, Virgil wanted to speak with you.
Okay.
Virgil kind of looks up. Pilgrim. Alestra.
Virgil?
So you are here. You have found the second way station. We should go. Come with me. Sort of. No, he just sort of,
He glides.
glides.
Yeah,
He's fine. He's fine.
Can we?
I like burbling sound.
Can we just, as Gemma the soldier, just making sure that we have things buttoned down, so the Inquisition shows up, it's not obvious that maybe we're here or that shit is just covering our bases.
Yeah. Sure.
Not draw any more attention to Falcosis and.
As you do that, you kind of see that most of the restoration team has
like where it was really busy in here the last time you were here, Folcosa seems to have sent a lot of the restoration team somewhere else. They're not here in the halls. You do see towards the front of the church, you do see a lot more guards sort of set up. Again, wearing Van Dorm insignia and uniforms. And Virgil kind of stays in your shadow, but sort of leads, like he kind of is floating right here, and he leads you to a small alcove that has a carving of a number of saints. And at first, you're not really sure what you're looking at. Like, you see the saints, but Virgil kind of spins and slips into the alcove and sits down sort of in a space like right in the middle that you didn't know that there should have been, that there was one missing. But as soon as he sits down in there, it looks complete. And one of the other saints spins, and behind that saint, there is a rectangular disc about a finger's width thick.
Tentatively reach out. Virgil, is it okay?
Yeah. He does not answer you.
Take it out.
When it comes out, you can see that it has a small lens on one side and what looks to be a slight divot in on one side, almost like you could press it. And as okay, go ahead. Sorry. No. You go first.
Just put my finger where it looks like it's supposed to go and kind of look, see if it does anything.
When it does, the crystal starts to light up, and you see the head and shoulders of a much younger Beatrice, but she's not wearing vestments. Her hair is cropped much shorter, and you can see that she's got like something pinned to her collar, but you can't really tell what it is. And it begins talking, not to you, but at you. Day 135, this is Dr. Beatrice Portinari, and you hear over the comms, well, it's Falcosis. Well, we have a problem. The Engineers Guild is here. They want to have a meeting. That is where we will end for tonight. We will pick up next week with the recording of Dr. Beatrice Portinari and whatever is going on with the Engineers Guild. Thank you all for tuning in. We are Iconic Production. This is the part of the crew of the Oh Boii. Thank you for journeying through Fading Suns with us. Fading Suns is a role-playing game that will be in its 4th incarnation, coming out from Ulysses Spiel soon, coming to Kickstarter. We are here every Friday night, playing through the adventures of the crew as they search for Beatrice, as they try to find love, as they navigate leaving a spy organization to walk the path of a healer, and try and find their father in the Engineers Guild. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for those new followers that we have, for those who are hosting us. We really appreciate all of the interaction in the chat, and we will see you all in a week. So I'm JM saying thanks for watching. Ladies, thanks for playing as always. And again, we'll see you next week.